we like to have them in the studio or on the phone. And right now on the phone with me, I've got Dawn Estelle Archer. How are you?
I'm great.
Now, tell me a little bit about your backstory. A coworker of mine in the building referred me to you, talking about how she was inspired by your weight loss journey. Now, give us a little bit of backstory.
Yeah, of course. So I'm 28 years old, and for the majority of my life, I was overweight. My highest weight was 220 pounds. That was about 2 years ago. I was a size 18, and I had practically tried growing up everything from Weight Watchers to Nutrisystem to any kind of diet, pill, or shake or spray or wrap that you can think of. And it wasn't until I got really, really depressed and was tired of being the one holding purses at the club while everybody else talked to all the cute guys. Mm-hmm. And I just got really depressed. And 2 years ago, I decided to change my life and change the way that I thought about fitness and health and the lifestyle.
And what I love is you had a goal to visit all 50 states in 1 year and help at least one person in every state, correct?
Yes, my Instagram grew like crazy during 2013, and I decided if I hit 100,000 followers by New Year's, and I let them know this, and if I hit that I would take my own money and donations, and I would go to all 50 states in 1 year, and I did that. I sold my car, I took a one-way to California, and I started the tour.
Oh, wow, congrats.
Thank you.
What's your Instagram so I can have everybody else keep on logging on and following you?
Yeah, of course. My Instagram is at Estelle Archer. It's ESTELLEARCHER.
And so you took this journey. Which state was your favorite state?
See, I love this weather, and I love free spirits, and so my number one state is California. I come back at least every other month since I finished the tour because they show so much love.
Now, how do you inspire other people? Because you said you're going to help at least one person in every state. So did they follow you on Instagram, and then you were like, okay, let's do this. Get out of your bed. I love the weather. Let's do this now.
Yeah, so I don't think with any logistics. I just been like, okay, I want to do this, so I'm going to do it. And I just decided when I was in California, I'm just going to stay just 52 weeks in a year. Every weekend I'll be in a different state. And I just kind of promoted on Instagram every Saturday and Sunday of the year. Meet me at this park that I'm going to post and bring $10, and we're going to work out for an hour. And the goal was to help at least one person in every state. And sometimes one person showed up, and sometimes 140 showed up. So it was really, really inspiring and humbling, and I'm honored to have been able to do it.
Now, you started a thing called Sweat, SWEAT. What is that?
Yeah, baby. So Sweat is exactly what it is. Again, remove all the thinking from your life as much as you can and just focus on what you need to do to be healthy. And for me, the plainest way to say that is to just sweat and eat healthy. And so Sweat is not necessarily a weight loss program. When I was depressed, I was just looking for a way to be happy. I wasn't even trying to lose the weight. And so that's what we focus on. It's more of an experience, and it's a dance fitness class, and we squat and we twerk and we do all kinds of things, standing up on the ground, everything. So it's a really dynamic class of for any age. Ages 4 years old to 70 have been my oldest clients. So it's all about having a good time, forgetting that you're working out.
And you're doing it in a parking lot?
We started in the parking lot, and sometimes we still go in the parking lot because we miss being outside.
Yeah.
We actually just got blessed with a studio space in Richmond, Virginia, so that is where I'm holding classes twice today.
Oh, okay, so you're in Virginia right now?
I am, yes.
When you coming back to L.A., so I can start this weight loss journey too?
Yeah, I'll be back in L.A. in June. I'll actually do San Diego, and then on a Friday, Saturday I'll be in L.A., and Sunday I'll be in Sacramento. So I'm doing a whole weekend there.
Dang, girl. Now, how does it feel when people tell you that they're inspired by your story? Like, what has the response been?
It's weird because within 2 years, it's completely blown up more than I ever imagined. And I try to always be very transparent. And so when people tell me that I inspire them or I help them get out of bed that morning or I help them get through a breakup, that's always really important to know that when I realize the magnitude of the people that I help on a daily basis. But when I hear people say that, it's just really, really humbling because I feel like if I'm going through something, there's got to be somebody else going through it. So why not share my experience that may be able to save their life as well?
Now, Where did you start? You started in California?
Yeah, so I started the tour in Los Angeles, California on Venice Beach with about 90 people. That was the first tour stop that I had.
How did you start your journey state to state, and like did you map out? Did you look at a map and go, okay, this is the first state, this is the second state, this is the third?
Crazy, right? So yeah, when I didn't plan it until I got to Vegas. And once I was in Vegas, I'm like, okay, people are asking where I'm going to be next, and I can't just get in the car and go. So I actually did. I looked at a map, and I had to see where the highways connect, and I had to make sure that I didn't end up in Chicago in the dead of winter because most of the classes are outside. Right. So I had to plan around the weather and the highways and birthdays so that I could be back home, etc. So on the road, and I drove 9-10 hours from every state to the next state, and the only states I flew to were Hawaii and Alaska and Puerto Rico.
Did you have a posse with you? Did you have an entourage with you, or was it just by yourself when you took this journey?
Yeah, well, in the very beginning, my ex was with me, and he was with me for a few months, and then he left and came home and moved on with his life. And any state where someone could drive to from back home, they came out. So my dad came and visited me on a few tour stops, and my family and some of my girls that have been dancing with me for almost 2 years came out. So depending on the distance to home, the proximity, sometimes people came out and supported, but sometimes I was by myself, and we still had a blast.
Did you film the journey?
I did. I'm actually working on a book right now. It's called The Tour, and it's going to feature different experiences and just a lot of information, travel tips. I mean, everything. I was eating out of a hotel room for an entire year to save money, and living out of my car. So, yeah, I have footage. I have all of that I'm working on. So I'm super excited to get that out because, again, it's a lot of transparency and a lot of things that I learned from and I grew from.
What are some tips you could give our listeners for living a healthy life, like basically even on the road?
Yeah. So number one, I would say the meal prep. That has literally saved my life in almost every situation, going out with friends or being in the car for hours or having a long shift or anything like that. Anytime you plan ahead and you make sure that you have something healthy to eat, whether that be in a cooler or you have to stop at a convenience store to heat it up or you have to eat it cold, being able to plan those meals and have something healthy to eat, it's going to keep you full and it's going to keep you from getting into those cravings.
Because I get a lot of cravings.
Yeah.
Like, what would you get? What would you get at a gas station?
Well, I don't really eat at the gas station, but if I have my food prepped for me and it's in a cooler, I'll go in and I'll buy water and I'll use their microwave to heat up my food.
And they're usually cool?
Yeah. I mean, you tell them what you're doing, and they're like, okay. Half the time, they don't even notice that you're in there. But if you buy something, typically they don't mind when you come in as long as you buy something. So I usually buy water.
Oh, okay. And now, what are some quick exercise routines?
So really quickly, if you want to focus on, trying to maximize fat loss and build muscle, any of your cardio activity combined with like a squat jump or a jumping jack or a sumo squat, any of those types of things where you're involving cardio and strength training is going to help build that muscle and burn fat.
Like quick, too, right?
Yeah, very quickly. So I have a 10-minute routine on my YouTube, which is also Estelle Archer, and it's a free video, and it's a 10-minute routine of some of my favorite exercises, and that's a really good one to follow if you want some ideas.
Now, Estelle Archer on Instagram, if you guys want to follow Dawn Estelle Archer, so do I call you Dawn or do I call you Estelle?
Family calls me Dawn, and sweat members call me Estelle, so whichever you like to call me, it's fine.
I'm going to call you Dawn.
All right.
If you guys want to follow her on Instagram for tips and locations of where she's going to be, right now she's in Virginia. But if you guys want to help her on her journey as well as your own journey, go online, go on Instagram, go on YouTube, and find her, Estelle Archer. She's got it all planned out for you, and I'm sure you guys are going to lose some weight, and that's what I'm gonna start doing. I just started following you, Estelle.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on the show, all right? Good luck on everything, and I hope to see you in California.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody.
This has been the 98.7 Community Council, a presentation of the Public Affairs Department of KYSR Los Angeles. Want more info on our guests? 987fm.com, keyword council.